鷲巣です。よろしくお願いします。あれダウンロードしよう。今ライブしてるけど、なんか出てない。出たかなあ、出た。良好になってます。なんか出た。ちょっと待ってね。まあ、いろいろやってるけど。これはでき始めたらしいけど、問題は、自分のやつが、どこ行った？これを開いて、これを、ダブルとか。こうして、はい。シャープ1。
わしのステイ、ディアドさん、ですと。
入った。はい。鷲津です。よろしくお願いします。さっき音鳴ったから確認取れたのでできますけど、ちょっとこれをね、今、配信をね、その間にランク見るけど、ランキングって表示だけしてて、何もしてないという。メモリは一体何を言ってるんだって話だけど。よいしょ。まんまだね。はい。まんまだからね。これをかけないよね。219？鉄算 129.2。赤木が 116.7。で、YA さんか。YA さん105.105。とりあえず、15人だけ書いたよ。今ちょっとね、いろいろやってんだけど、待ってね。よいしょ。お待ちください。準備できてません。はい、配信開始しました。さっきのランクの表は、消しちゃった。紙。わかります。次変わった。赤木落ちた。赤木落ちました。ライブ。赤木。97.2。97.2。91.9。80.7。74.1。どっち頑張ってんのかな。やっぱ73。これは1回終了ごとに確認するけど、多分、これだけかな。はい、これだけね。はい、どうぞ。じゃあ行きます。はい。はい、じゃあ始めます。はい。今回コメントは自由だけど、てか、誰も見てないからいいや。なんと。始めます。 きます。どこなかったですか。一言はずがいないと思うんだけどな。この大舞台で誰も参加しませんなんて笑えることがあるんだろう。よく考えてみたら。トムさん。上位の人はその枠が入らないんだよね。トムさんよろしくお願いします。あれこれもしかして入ってない？えお？なんだ入ってんの？もっと噛んでよくこっちもあったな。はいはい。パクつきはちょっと勘弁して。今日は。お願いします。よろしくお願いします。トムさんや。
East 1. The Dora is the 4 of dots. The player is East.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds.
これだの久しぶりだな。横長になったかな。スタートボール。
The player gaining momentum.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Any calls on this? Take a pass for now. Draws yet another simple. The player is already one tile to Tempai.
Nearly every draw has been an improvement.
What to do with this tile? Still holding back. The player is it? Oh wow! The player Tempai.
That call brings the hand a step closer to finishing.
Who's going to pull away from the pack? How are the players going to approach this hand? No one dares to make the first move. The player! Can this hand withstand the heat? The air is very tense at this moment. Oh! Making a move here. Have things calmed down for the moment? The player on the left discards another dot. The player on the right. Here we have a chi. The player can't quite get the job done on this hand. Is this hand going to end quietly? Who will seize the win this hand? Oh! Amazing! What a spectacular draw!
Takes the lead in the race.
East 1, one counter. The Dora is the 6 of Bams. The player is East. The player finished the last hand quick and dirty.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot to work around.
Maybe it is better to hold back without any east tiles visible.
Who's going to make the first call here? This table is so quiet I could hear.
リーチ
My oh my, and there's the beach!
There are any number of responses here.
Question is, can the players survive this situation?
マジわかんない。無理無理無理無理無理無理無理無理無理無理。いやー、これ
Who will come out on top in this confrontation?
無理とこが間違ってる。何そういうことかなこれ。
How are the players going to approach this hand?
The player on the right just pushed that tile through.
こんな
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now.
こんな負けたら全部当てられるけど。
Excellent evasive action. No one dares to make the first move.
何すげえしょんぱいだな、俺大丈夫かな。
What to do with this top? Still holding back. The player. Is it still no calls?
この球すげえ高かっ
The air is very tense at this moment. Chasing. There it is. The player on the right suffers an unexpected loss. East 2. The Dora is the 3 of cracks. The player is north. The player across the table is in first.
The point leader is not terribly far away.
The stage is set. Anything can happen. The player. First place is well within striking range. The player. One step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player. Gaining momentum.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
Things are at a standstill. The air is tense as the players take their turns. The player is already one tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
難しい。
Who's going to make the first call here? This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop.
ここまで来る3ラウンド。
Look at that! The player, Tempai!
ここは見てきてダメだ。ああ、出るのか。
Took a pass for now.
動き上げたらしょうがないな。
Have things calmed down for the moment?
3、4マスいけるかな。ここはちょっと我慢。
Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche!
Gotta be cautious against an East Beach.
マジかこれ、本当にもう。
One step in the wrong direction.
無理があるよこれ。
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing.
The player on the left, Dora Khan. The new Dora is 7 BAM.
時間くださいって言って。
The player, that's Ah, jeez! The player on the right, a very swift win off the wall.
This will be a repeat of East.
East 2, 1 counter. The Dora is the 9 of dots. The player is north. The player on the right is in first.
Still very much in a position to win the game.
Now, let's watch how things develop. What's going to happen to this score gap? The player, one step in the right direction.
The cracks are really coming together.
The player, gaining momentum.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
My, oh my, and there's the niche!
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
Will it be possible to catch up here?
マジか。
This can't complete an open weight across the table.
Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. There it is! The player on the right suffers an unexpected loss. East 3. The Dora is the 5 of Bams. The player is West. The player across the table is in first.
At the moment, this is anyone's game.
Is this a battle that can be won? The player, first place is well within striking range. Any calls on this tile? Took a pass for now. The player, one step in the... What to do with this tile? The player makes a call out of nowhere. The player, gaining momentum.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
One step in the wrong direction. Whatever happens, it'll be something to talk about. How are the players going to approach this hand? The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
No one dares to make the first move. The air is very tense at this moment. Oh, making a move here.
あれ
Another useless draw. Decided to pass on that middle weight. Uh-oh, East has declared Deech.
Gotta be cautious against an East Deech.
Will it be possible to catch up here? The player, 1 tile to Tempai.
It's important to find the best possible weight.
The player, is it time? The player, Tempai.
これかわしたいところではあるな。かわせるか
Who will arise victorious this time?
なんだろうマジなんつかな
Chasing? There it is. The player across takes a beating.
That took care of...
East 4. The Dora is the 2 of cracks. The player is South. Heading into the final hand of the match.
The player has one final chance to make a big move.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out. What's going to happen to this score gap? Look at that Dora! The player, one step in the right direction.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
The player, is there any way to turn the tables here? The air is tense as the players take their turns. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The next few tiles could make a huge difference.
The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand looks nothing like it did at the start.
Who's going to make the first call here? This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop. Any calls on took a pass for now. The player, Tempai! Oh my! There it is! The player on the right takes a beating.
A very impressive.
少々お待ちくださいね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。はい、お待たせ。ちょっとランク確認します。こういうことか。あれだな。あ、いらっしゃい。これまんまるさん打たないと多分打たない。打たないと仮定して2度トップ取りだな。まあいいけど。107点か。終わりそうだこれ。あとこれ。多分ブマしかないわ。あとダブル悪魔があると。失礼。ダブル悪魔上がるしかない。 まあまず無理だから。これでは TL 引きが出た。まあまずできた。ははは。そういう言わない。はい。これそうそう15分以内だったら終わっちゃうし。さっきトップ降りなかったから優勝もなかった。お疲れ様です。あ、違うか。あれ、なるほど。プレイからしてないんでコピーしたお疲れ様です。多分これ最終戦かな。だから100点以上取んなきゃダメだから9万点か。
East 1. The Dora is the 5 of cracks. The player is West.
I'd love to see some tile drawing magic here.
Let's see how this battle unfolds. The player, already 2 tiles to Tempai. Any calls on this tile? The player makes a call out of nowhere.
This lifts a heavy burden.
これ倍巻いて
Betting on an influx of dots here.
倍マンは無理だから間違えた。穴は
Who will come out on top in this confrontation? What to do with this? The player already calls a second meld. Uh-oh, East has declared Nietzsche.
I'm curious to see if this develops into a confrontation.
The player, Tempai. Oh, there it is. I hear a roan.
A tremendous hand right out of the gate. The player.
East 2. The Dora is the 3 of Bams. The player is South. The player went for a quick finish last hand.
Taking a modest lead with that one.
This is not an easy spot to work around. Any calls on? Took a pass for now. The player across makes a call out of nowhere. Look at that Dora. One step in the wrong direction. What to do with still holding back? The player is still no calls. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
The player is already 1 tile. There it is. The player on the right suffers an unexpected. East 3. The Dora is the 9 of Bams. The player is East. The player is in the lead, at least for the moment.
Hopefully this will end without any incidents.
The stage is set. Anything can happen. Who's going to make the first call here? The player, 1 step in the right direction.
This is the point where skill really factors in.
This table is so quiet I could hear a pin drop. The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
This hand is really beginning to come together.
Any calls on this time? Took a pass for now. Look at that green dragon. Oh, wow, and there's a call.
白チン来い、白チン来い、白チン来い。白チンのつもりぐらいだよ。
The player on the right makes a call on another crack.
Decided that dots aren't worth chasing.
戻りた。白来い。白来い。白よこせ。
How are the players going to approach this hand?
Betting on an influx of BAM.
That's the last time. Oh, making a move here.
白よこせ。白よこせ。
Is this hand going to end
これはでも
quietly?
面白い。白よこせ。白。なんだっけ。僕らは
My, oh my, and there's the niche.
There are any number of responses here.
Question is, can the players survive this situation? The players going for it.
That tile made it through.
僕らは白いいだつばだだ。
Not giving up on this one.
手に
Safe.
光どや。
Still holding back.
力いっぱい頑張ろう。
The player on the right made a call there. That is a critical BAM. The player, that's a pass on Tempai. Look at that Dora.
Maybe it is better.
Ah, jeez. The player suffers an unexpected East 4. The Dora is the one of BAMs. The player is North. Heading into the final hand of the match.
The player, for Tsumo, 400, 700 or more will take first. For Gong, 2,000 points or more will take first.
Well, it's hard to know just how this will turn out.
白グリ全部やなんだそりゃ。
The player, 2 tiles to Tempai.
The dots are really coming together.
The player, first place is well within striking range. Things are at a standstill. The player is already 1 tile to Tempai.
This hand is very near completion.
Any calls on took a pass for now. The air is tense as the players take their turns.
もうようや
Decided to pass on that edge weight. Uh-oh, East has declared niche. Ah, jeez. The player on the left, a very swift win off.
ます多分ママが打ってみた打てた別にはいテスさんは打ってたのね打ってねえかボヤさん頑張って117です一応全部打っとくねセーフとりあえず赤木には勝ったということでそれだけで勘弁してくださいあ、ゆこさん頑張ったな多分これ再生してる俺の勘ではカツオさんでも天然ついたから頑張ってくるんだよ今回はなてか赤木どこ赤木どこ行ったの赤木は一体何をしたんだいこれ赤木はどこへ行ったのか 高木あるに出脱がしましすぎだろうね。シーズン。タイマーになってくれないの。一つ込みよ。はい、シーズン上もう決まりです。まんまると優勝おめでとうございます。はい。惜しかったな。もうちょっと頑張りたかったな。さっきのあれだよな、100万できなかったら全てだな、今日は。うん。あんま人来ねえから後で見てもらおう。うん。こういう感じです。皆様お疲れ様でした。うん。もう多分やっても反映されないんでやめておきます。はい。人が来てくれねえかな。無理か。うん。はい。なんとか3位まで来たけどな。関東賞くれねえかな。関東賞なんてありません。関東賞なんてないです。2位じゃダメだ。3位じゃダメなんですか。どこだあれ。うん。でも久しぶりにいいマージャン打ってたな。うん。最後面白かった。最後白どこ行ったのかな。そればかり気になる。白どこ行ったの。ここがいいのかな。あ、間違えた。アプリで必要できます。さ、これ山見れない。あと山見れない。何になっちゃうかな。あ、間違えて終わらしちゃった。間違えて終わらしちゃったよ。ちょっと俺的に興味があるのかさ。白どこ行ったのかなって。やり方間違ってりゃ枠まで上がれたの。歌ってたけど。力いっぱい頑張ろう。ゴーゴーゴー。白白白。白グ。山見れねえ。ちょっと山をオープンしよう。白はどこ？あ、山眠って。うわ、ちょっと。そりゃねえな。あ、白。太さん2番持ってたのか。じゃあできねえよ。太さに最初から2枚持ってました。太さ2枚持たれてた。じゃあしょうがない、しょうがない。はい、退散。はい、退散。はい、退散。うん。なんか今日ずっと見てくれた人ありがとうございました。うん。もうちょっとしたらこういうの退散って。はい、もういいのか。やめとくわ。はい、じゃあ終わりにします。お疲れ様でした。